Hi Anga, good night. Nice to meet you again.
Hi, Wahyu. Good night, and nice to meet you too.
Okay Anga, firstly I want to thank you for joining here tonight. The purpose of my invitation to this meeting is to discuss about communication strategies. Hopefully we could focus on communication strategies because as we know that with communication strategies, learners with limited English proficiency will overcome hesitancy in speech. I'm curious to hear what is your opinion about this topic.
I'm totally agree with you about this topic. I think the topic is interesting to discuss together.
Okay, let me start by the question, what are some examples of communication strategies?
The examples of communication strategies are avoidance, paraphrase, conscious transfer, appeal for assistance, and mime.
Okay, now we will talk about strategic competence and communication strategy use. What is the connection between these two things?
I'll explain about that. Strategic competence is activated when learners wish to convey message which their linguistic resources do not allow them to express successfully. That is why it is useful for less proficient speakers to use communication strategies.
Could you explain to me why is it useful for less proficient speakers to use communication strategies?
Research has shown that less proficient speakers use communication strategies differently from proficient speakers. For example, Ting and Fan 2008 found that proficient speakers use tonicity to draw attention to key information, but the less proficient speakers rely on language suites for ease of expression. The proficient speakers use language suites for a more sophisticated communicative purpose. That is, to achieve rhetorical effect by tapping into meanings associated with particular cultures.
Okay, I see what you mean. But did you did you know the two most common communication strategies used by proficient speakers in their study are restructuring and lexical repetition?
Yes, I did know. Lexical repetition is primarily used for topic maintenance, emphasis, and establishment of report.
What you said earlier was research has shown that less proficient speakers use communication strategies differently from proficient speakers. Less proficient speakers can talk about predictable, familiar topics related to daily activities, but often make pronunciation, grammar, and vocabulary mistakes and are hesitant in their speech.
You have a point there. In comparison, the less proficient speakers in the Malaysian setting often fall back on the use of first language L1 communication strategies when they are unable to find a word in the target language. For example, it is common in Malaysian to come across speaker who begin a conversation in one language and then to switch to another before reverting to the initial language. When they cannot continue, they abandon their effort, but if they can use communication strategies such as restructuring and paraphrase, they can still go on in their communication.
Right, I'm totally agree with you. Beside Malaysian learners, other Asian learners also have poor mastery of communicative competence despite many years of learning English.
I guess we agree and we will have to use appropriate communication strategies. Less proficient speakers can appear more fluent than is otherwise permitted by their linguistic resources.
You are right. The use of communication strategies encourage students to become effective communicators in a foreign language.
Exactly.
Alright, I think that's all for tonight's discussion. We will continue this another time. Thank you for joining tonight.
No problem. See you then.
See you.